What up, traders? It's War Master Tay up in this blood. We'll get back to that guy in a second. Let's take a look at what I was able to get done on my the lower body of the Rhino. I was able to just base coat it all in blue, Cantor blue, all the blue parts, and then I did doors. So I base coated the doors, did the gold studs or the rivets, metal chain, silver chain, and then I washed the blue with the new blue Drakenhof Nightshade, I believe it's called. Didn't really wash the gold yet. I'm thinking of what I want to do with it. So there's that side, and here's the other side. The chains and the skulls on it hanging. Pretty cool, right? Not bad. I mean, it is what it is. You can't see the magnet, and you wouldn't see it anyway when it's down, because this is kind of how it's gonna run, or how it's gonna look when it's on the model. So there's that. I'm still planning on painting the interior. Kind of bummed out I didn't get to that tonight, but that's okay. Oh, doors are on the wrong side. Sorry about that. Yeah, I didn't get to paint up the interior of this puppy today, but hopefully I'll get to it tomorrow. Computer screen, that's going to be a lot of fun to paint. Okay, so the creme de la creme. Let me show you what the different pieces look like separately for the top half of the Rhino, and then put them all together. First thing, most boring part, the door. I'm probably going to do a little bit more highlighting work, but yeah, working with shades on flat surfaces, these new shades, is kind of hard. This, you can see the left side is a lot lighter than the right side, and no matter how I tried to move the shade around with my brush when it was wet, it just simply didn't really want to do what I wanted it to, so I might keep working on that a little bit. The Havoc missile launcher was a lot easier to paint. I was kind of dreading it, but once I'd based it completely in blue and then did the wash, it was easy to pick out the black details and the gold, and then I just painted the red and painted the missiles in that red spot color, corn red, darker red, and yeah, so there's that one. Then the gunner on the front, I decided, since the Night Lords use red optics, and because I think they would think it's a unfair advantage to their enemies if they could see, if their enemies could be able to use their spotlights against them. I decided, oh, maybe they'll just use like this infrared kind of red light as a spotlight. That's pretty fluffy, right? Because they don't want the enemy to be using the spotlight if they're hiding in the darkness to kind of pinpoint where they are. So this way the spotlight doesn't really show to the enemy that they're shining this on, only they can see it and make use of it. I think that's pretty unfair and pretty fluffy with them. This is the double linked bolter, the freehand Night Lord skull design. This skull kind of looks a little bit more like that painting, the Scream. I decided not to do black eyes, just dark gray, and it's kind of let's get a little bit closer on it, just because I'm kind of happy with the detail of this guy. Yeah, it's kind of vague, and you have to really get in there to see it, but it kind of makes a face with the eyes and the nose and the mouth, so let me know what you think of that. That was pretty fun to paint. And now let's look at the top half of the Rhino. First we've got red infrared lights in the front, chain, and Commander Vulcan, saw your comments, you were totally right. I forgot about having a hanging Space Marine, so I decided to prop one up there. There was no room to hang a Space Marine hanging from the chains on the side of the Rhino, so I just decided to prop his entire body up as a trophy. I use a zombie head from the fantasy range and zombie guts that you get from the fantasy range. Decided to paint him up as a Blood Raven in homage to the Hornet Lord, who's doing a mini project Blood Ravens. after his Project Britannon didn't go the way he wanted, and I thought, you know, getting back on the horse the way you did, the Hornet Lord, that's what it's all about. You know, you had a project that didn't work the way you wanted, and you jumped right back on the horse, and you got going again, and you're doing your project Blood Ravens, and I was like, I gotta do an homage to you because that is so awesome. You're so dedicated to the hobby. I'm gonna keep doing this project till the end of the month. So I did this Blood Ravens freehand, which turned out a lot better than I was afraid it would. I was very much dreading the freehand, and I decided that the fluff for this guy is that the Night Lords were probably, they kidnapped him, or they got him as a prisoner of war, then they tortured him, then while he was still alive they cut off his arms. Can't really see, but they cut off his arms. Then while he was still alive, they skinned his face, which is why he's got blood all over his shoulder pads and his chest, because he was still alive. The blood was still pumping through his 2 hearts. Space Marines have 2 hearts. So he's still alive. Then they plucked out his left eye, and finally at some point his body just went into shock. He couldn't handle it anymore. And they're like, well, we can't prop his whole body on our Rhino, so they just chopped him in half. So they're like, yeah, let's just put him up there as a trophy. And they're like, okay. And then I had to do an homage to my subscriber, 58 Kirk, who's doing his Imperial Dragoons, or the Space Marine helmet, and I was like, it's such an interesting idea, his color scheme, his fluff, his background to his army. So this one's for you, 58 Kirk. Little Space Marine helmet there. What else? It's another bloody Space Marine head, and I know it's a Space Marine. I thought it was just like a random civilian, but I realized, oh, it's a Space Marine because he's got like the 2 metal studs on the right side of his head. And I just realized I didn't paint them in metal, but yeah, I decided to use him. And then as I was getting ready to film this, I realized I hadn't painted the top of the spikes, and for him and for the Imperial Dragoon, and I was like, oh, you know what, that would have blood on it. So I had to go back and use that Tamiya red. Oh, Tamiya red up in this blood. So awesome. So here's what I was able to get done today. It's not as much as I wanted to. I kind of wanted to finish the Rhino in one go, but looks like I'll have to leave it for tomorrow. So let me put it all together here. We got that. We got this guy on lookout. And we've got our Havoc missile launcher that magnetizes right over there. So the door isn't magnetized, which is kind of a bummer. I might just leave it. Should I leave it? If I leave it, that means that I could only look into the Rhino from the back hatch. Whereas if I leave it off, you kind of peek into the Rhino from the top, which might be cool. Let me know what you think. But yeah, this is how the top part of the Rhino is going to look. I still have to do the lightning bolts. I was thinking maybe I'll do the lightning bolts as a tutorial, kind of as a guide for how I do my lightning bolts, but I think it's going to look a little bit different on a Rhino because it's a bigger scale than on a regular Space Marine. So I might do the lightning bolt tutorial for you guys just on this guy's shoulder pad. They're really quick and easy. Anyways, let me know what you think. I'm really excited about it. I thought I'd be a lot more frustrated with painting the rivets, all the rivets into the Rhino, like these little gold rivets, but I had a good time with that. And once I have it all put together and glued together, I can actually weather this some more, because right now it kind of looks like, you know, there's no chipping, looks like it just came off the factory floor, and kind of want to give it a little bit of battle damage. But oh man, that Blood Ravens guy just kind of pops. I think a kind of funny thing too is that the gunner here, the guy working Spotlight, is kind of like looking over his shoulder every so often, and it's like, dude, you creep me out. And then he turns back to the front. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you are all doing well with your own painting projects. Let's get to our 3 guys today. So first, we got to do a shout out to Two Brother Games. He's a recent guy that just started joining up, and but I have to do a shout out to him and get him up there, because he's doing a Project Greenskins, and he's doing only about a week or so, because he's painting up a whole bunch of orcs in time for an apocalypse game at the end of the month. So it's for his brother, and you know, he's on a timeline, whereas everybody else is just, I'm assuming, just kind of painting at their own pace, you know, to get stuff filled out for their armies. He's actually painting to a deadline, so go check him out. He's also just gotten a new job, and he just went to a college orientation, so he's kind of fighting an uphill battle with his time management to get enough free time to paint his green horde. And I really just like watching his videos. It's like you're thinking, oh my gosh, is he going to finish the skin? Is he going to finish the metal in time for tomorrow? What's he working on now? The driver? It's like, it's really tense, and you really want to see him get through as much as he can before the month runs out. So go check him out. Number 2, let's do a shout out to TheChesneyChrist, my good buddy on the PS3. Whenever I take some time away from rotting my eyesight painting little plastic monster men, and I want to rot my brain playing on the PS3, he's like one of my few friends. He's like one of the few friends I have on PS3 from Warhammer. So he was cool enough to seek me out and invite me, and now whenever I want to get some Modern Warfare 3 or Battlefield 3 in, I'll know that he's always there, although I haven't taken him up on his offer yet. It's really cool to see. He's trying to get through the Island of Blood, and he's doing Skaven right now, and he's really plowing through him. So go check him out, TheChesneyChrist. And yeah, he's a great guy, great friend, always leaves me awesome comments. Finally, got to do a shout out to Arbornoctua. Awesome showcase of his recently assembled minis for his Desert Strikers, the Death Company gunslingers. He's a lot of people, you already know him because he's a prolific poster here on YouTube, and he saw one of my earlier videos, and he did a response with some of his specialty gangsta double wielding Max Payne guys, and he made 3 of them for his Death Company, and he named them Brother Clint Eastwood, Brother Charles Bronson, and Brother John Wayne. So it's pretty funny, and it's not really a project log, but great guy, great poster on YouTube, a lot of really interesting conversions and stuff, and he's got this little display case that kind of spins around, so you can put his models on it and display it, and it's got like a mirror for the flooring, so you get to see the underside of models as well. Really cool, and really awesome guy, really friendly guy, and you should definitely check it out. He's got really good inspirational stuff. So thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget that if you want a awesome commission painting service, Simply Painted Miniatures, I'll put all their information down at the bottom. They're doing a special throughout the project month of June. If you want some Raptors done for 10% off what they would normally charge, go and give them a call and get in touch with them and mention this painting project log that you saw it here first. And just keep building, keep painting, keep checking in, keep writing comments. I'm so sorry, I know I'm not getting to a lot of your comments and private messages, and it's like, what do I want to do? Do I want to paint and film, or do I want to get back to these comments? So yeah, sorry guys. I'm I'll answer any questions, and just keep sending me questions if you want me to answer anything. I promise I'll really try to get back to you guys soon. But yeah, I'm really stoked. I'm really energized and inspired and motivated to continue with this project log, and I hope all of you guys are too. I think even with all the bloody, gory stuff today, my favorite part of this miniature was thinking about the infrared spotlight. Oh, that's just so dirty and underhanded, and totally Night Lords using the unfair advantage to win. Alright, thanks for watching, players! Hope you're all doing well out there. Go check out Arbornoctua, TheChesneyChrist, and Two Brother Games. they're awesome channels. And go check out all the channels that I'm promoting and plugging, and like, subscribe, leave them comments, and we'll just expand our community and keep this awesome hobby of ours rolling along. Thanks a lot, guys. Take it easy.